This year, I set a goal for myself to sell $15,000 worth of my video game collection and purchase a single game, a factory-sealed copy of Super Mario Bros. On NES. This is going to be the first official video in that series, and the title that I went for is Shame. Because that's how I feel at this point. I am ashamed that I let my collection, or the amount of stuff that I own, I can't even really call it my collection at this point. It's just the amount of stuff I have, right? I am ashamed that I let it get to this point. So many times on YouTube over the past 3 years, you guys will say, oh, give a collection tour, show off all your graded games, show us your Dragon Ball Z collection. And the truth is, I can't. I cannot do that. I have no feasible way to show you guys my collection. I literally own so much crap now, and it takes up so much of my living space. It's unorganized. It's just kind of thrown everywhere that I don't even have the means to put together a collection video, which is honestly just embarrassing. I am embarrassed to admit that. Even sitting here making this video, and I'm gonna show you guys my wall of stuff that I have, it's embarrassing, honestly. I would much rather just not make this video and update you guys in a month once I've sold some stuff and we can all talk about how great it is. That would be way better. This video here, even thinking about it, talking about it, looking at all the stuff I have organized over there, it just gives me anxiety. It is an awful spot that I have let all of this get to. And the shame that I talk about here isn't about the money. It's not about how much money I've spent. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose so much money. How could I have done that? I have shame because it's an entire hentai collection. Could you imagine? We pan the camera over and it's just all copies of Dead or Alive Volleyball? But no, the shame is from the addiction, the buying, the hoarding, the feeling like I needing all this. When it comes to grading stuff, it was the gambling, trying to buy stuff raw, get the highest grades on stuff. It's all of that cumulative behavior that has led me to this spot where I can't even enjoy the house that I live in because it's just littered with crap. And maybe it all sounds dramatic. I mean, it's just video games, bro. Get over it. But this is all of the stuff that becomes internalized over all of the years. Especially once you start going through this stuff, once you start reaching into the closets, reaching into the storage, and you start bringing all of this stuff to the front. Because I think we can all agree, right? Out of sight, out of mind. So long as you're not thinking about all of this crap, the clutter, all the stuff, then it doesn't matter. If you can't actually see it, it doesn't actually matter. But once you bring it all out and it's here to look at and you go through and you have to deal with it, that's when it really, everything becomes real, I guess is the best way to put it. It's all real once you actually have to deal with it. For so much of this stuff, I'm at the point where I'd just like to throw it out or light it on fire and just not even deal with it. But with all that said, let's swap over to the Wall of Shame, Wave 1, Phase 1 of Mission Mario here. It only makes sense to start at the bottom. It can only get better from here. Let's go through some of this stuff I'm going to be getting rid of. And keep in mind, this is a small fraction of the stuff I have. This might be like 1/20th of the stuff that I really should go through and get rid of. There's still stuff all over my room, in the closet. There's stuff at my parents' house. Like, there's gonna be a lot more. So here it is. This is my what I'm currently working on. There is a good sale right there. That is the first sale for Mission Mario right there, those games. So I will talk about that in a bit because that does put us up to 500, but I'll make an actual update video once I have a few more things done. They're still in the collection, so I didn't even count it, but that's the first sale up there that is successful. And then all of this here is what I will be working on for the next month or so. And it's like, okay, there's this stuff, and then, you know, we turn the camera around and, oh my god, like, don't, you know, you don't want to look back there, and you spin to this side, and it's also just like, oh my god, more stuff, and you go up into the closet, and oh my god, there's more stuff, and hey, check it out, we got the sick Yeezys up there. Oh man, too bad about what happened to Kanye, am I right? But coming over to the stuff, like, it's not all bad stuff that I have, right? Like, these are 2 CIB Dreamcast consoles. These are easy to sell. This stuff doesn't give me anxiety. I don't really care about this stuff. Right beside it is kind of garbage. Here's the Diablo Battle Chest. I don't even know if it's CIB. Tape shut at the top, I guess. I think I've owned this for 5, 6, maybe more years than that. No reason. It's never been part of my collection, right? Like, this is not part of my collection. Diablo 1 as well is actually pretty neat, but it's just a CIB again. I don't even know. I actually don't even know if it's complete, but it's one of those things where What's it worth? 20 bucks? Is there any value to having old Blizzard games anymore outside of collector items? Can you even like play them? We got a Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This is a bandana. Maybe it's a promo item. Some Nintendo Power magazines. Not bad. They're in little baggies here. They're like boarded, baggied, whatever you want to call it. Not bad issues, but I don't think they're nice enough to grade. Just need to get rid of them. Here is my first little, geez, this is actually, it's kind of neat, you know? This is Atari games here. This is a Zonix Double Ender, Chuck Norris, and Artillery Duel. Kind of cool, kind of neat. We got some manuals for Atari stuff here. I don't think there's anything of value. Let me just take this down for a second here. I don't think there's anything of actual value in here. This is neat. Here's a Pokemon Crystal Game Shark. Why is this in this box? I have no idea. Again, this is just kind of the state of things, right? I think this is valuable too. I think it's like $50, maybe even $100. Like, this is good. That's a good thing. The actual Atari games, maybe it's Coleco that's in here. Looks like it's mostly Coleco. Some without labels even on them here. Blackjack. Yeah, there's nothing in here. I don't think any of these games exceed like $5 each. Not even, right? I don't even know if any of these games are $5 each. So it's like this whole thing here, I've probably owned this for, I don't even know, 10, 15 years. I just need to get rid of it, right? I just need to sell it. And a lot of this stuff I'm going to be getting rid of. There's no value in putting this on eBay, right? Like, that can't go to eBay. This costs too much money to ship. So it's going to be just like posted locally for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever someone will give for me, right? We are at the point of getting rid of this stuff. This is just, this is fake. It's just a fake Dragon Ball manga, first edition, fake. You know, I didn't realize it was fake. That's just $100 down the drain. What's in this box? Let's bring out the next one here. This box has in it, oh yeah, this is the one I talked about a little bit in the other video. This is all just stuff that's really not nice enough to be graded and not expensive enough for me to want to put effort into selling it. But like, this is all stuff I'm going to be getting rid of as well. This is a Canadian copy of Undead Nightmare. It is pretty cool, but you know, Canadian copy at the end of the day, just not that valuable. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, kind of cool. I mean, maybe this is nice enough to get graded. I just don't think there's any value in grading something like this. There you can see. There are all the dents and divots. Yeah, it's just crap. Crap condition copy of a pretty inexpensive game. This is something I've owned for probably 13, maybe even longer, 13 years. This comes with a Game Boy Advance game, Samurai Deeper Kaio. It's an anime. But you get the game plus this right here. And it's one of those games where I actually thought it was going to be very expensive, so I made sure to get a factory sealed copy. And then I just opened it, I removed this, and I got the game itself graded. I don't think the value of the game or this anime has moved in the past 10 plus years. It's literally just stayed the exact same. Factory sealed copy of Dark Souls 2, that's kind of cool. What are these? Oh, International Track and Field 2000 manual. That might actually have a little bit of value. That's pretty decent. We got a Steel Empire. This is all water damaged. So this is what I mean, right? Like, it's a water damaged manual for a pretty niche Sega Genesis game. Like, it's kind of just garbage. You know what I mean? Here's a Conker's Bad Fur Day manual. Whoops. A Conker's Bad Fur Day manual with no cover on it, right? What do I do with this? Like, surely it has some value, but like, it's just junk. It's garbage. You know what I mean? That is what I mean with the shame that I feel is I kept so much junk over the years to the point where I can't even deal with this stuff. This Assassin's Creed is a open thing. It doesn't even have the figure. I'm pretty sure the figure is the only thing of value. Baseball. These are interesting. What? Are there good manuals? Punch-Out, Metroid, DuckTales. These are decent. Decent little pack of manuals here. Tournament Fighters. Look at that. A manual for Tournament Fighters. It feels like it might have had some moisture damage. You can see that it's loose, right? Like, you can see the staple there. Like, this has issues, but like, this is probably $50 still? Like, that's really good. Jesus. 2 copies of Jedi Outcast. I'm pretty sure one of these is absolutely just mucked. One has, yeah, there we go, liquid damage on this as well. A lot of this stuff is like that, where it's just condition that I'm like, I don't even want to deal with. These are kind of interesting. 3 copies here of first print. You can see right there, the Hayward address. These are first print copies of Sonic 2. I purchased these, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks a pop. Like, very cheap. UPC is completely cut out of that box there. Very cheap what I bought them for, but I don't think the value of those games has moved at all in the, I don't even know, what have I owned them for? 3 years? 5 years? I've owned them for a long time, right? A lot of this stuff isn't new. It's just stuff I should have dealt with years ago. This is also pretty cool. This has value. This doesn't stress me out. This is Ridge Racer Type 4 plus JogCon, and it's a limited edition bundle here. It's actually numbered. You can see there, number 2631. Comes with a copy of Ridge Racer 4 there, which is very neat. And then, is that the bottom? Yeah, it's at the bottom. You get, I think the controller itself is brand new. If I can get it out of here. Yeah, the controller itself is brand new, but it's also in a sealed box there. But you get the JogCon controller. I can't even close this thing now. You get this controller right there, which is kind of neat. It's like Namco's own controller used to play Ridge Racer 4. Cool little bundle. I think this has value, maybe 100 bucks, maybe a bit more. That's actually kind of neat. This is a box full of just failures here. Fable 2 was really damaged, I think. Yeah, it's just damaged copy of Fable 2. I'll probably lose 30 bucks on that. Damaged copy of Smash Bros. I'll lose money on that. Player's Choice factory sealed copy of True Crime in poor condition. I'll lose money on that. Some of this stuff, you know, I will lose money on. Like, it does suck. It just is what it is. We still have this copy of Madden 04. Man, this is from a long time ago when we did a video seeing if I could use, I think Plastex we used on this. Seeing if we could improve the condition. It just feels, so funny now. But what do you do with it, right? So it's damaged, it's factory sealed, it's it's just worthless, right? Player's Choice copy of Naruto, Player's Choice copy of Fable the Lost Chapters here. What is this? Battlefield Bad Company 2. Is this all ripped or something? This is a decent game if it's actually decent condition, but I think it might be all ripped. I can't see it now, but Fable the Lost Chapters, BioShock Infinite, let's go! Two factory sealed copies of BioShock Infinite. Man, longtime fans of the channel, you will remember that this is the grail. BioShock Infinite, baby. That is the grail. We still got 2 copies of that hanging out. 2 copies of Fable Platinum Hits. So you can see here, as we go through some of this stuff, there's a lot of stuff that isn't actually that expensive, and a lot of stuff is, like, it's not just random garbage. There are a lot of good memories with most of this. Like, I still do know what I have. I know when I got a lot of this stuff. It's just time for, this is just an empty box for a blue N64 controller. It's just time to get rid of so much of this. This right here is the Sega activator. Most of you have probably never even seen this thing before. Let me just bring it down for a second here. Oh my god. This is another one of those things I've owned for like 10 to 15 years for no reason. You set it up in an octagon. It's all these pieces here. I think it uses infrared. Probably infrared, right? But it's like a motion activated. It comes with the VHS, I guess, too, for an instruction manual. Check out this tape before using the activator. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it uses infrared like that. So then you have a motion control controller used for, like, well, I guess fighting games, right? They're advertising Eternal Champions. I did use it once. I did set this up back when I owned it. I did use it, and it was kind of neat. But after that, I should have just sold it. Look how big this thing is. Like, this is massive. This is huge. And I just kept it for no good reason. I think it's worth like 20 bucks. Speaking of things I could just throw out, I could just throw that in the garbage and I would probably be happier. Which also, like this right here, is a NES Miracle Piano. There we go, the Miracle Piano. This is licensed by Nintendo. It's a full-size keyboard, right? So here's the actual game as well. And again, like, being ashamed and embarrassed about where we're at. This cartridge fell. It didn't even fall that long ago, right? And now it's broken inside. It broke one of the screw holes. Like, my stuff is literally sitting around so much that it's getting damaged. I don't know what the piano's worth. Again, this is something you can't ship, so I just need to sell it locally for whatever someone will pay me. Maybe I can get 50 bucks for it, right? Hopefully, maybe, but I'm at the point where I just want it gone. Box of stuff here. A frickin' Hidden Fates ETB, like that's nice. Duke Nukem there is good. These are good games. That's easy stuff to sell. We got this box of stuff. Oh my god, man. You know, like that right there, that just, I didn't even want to pull this out to look inside, because just looking at it on the shelf already gave me some dread and gave me some anxiety. So these are good. This is a Donkey Kong Jr. I think this is a Conkers. Oh, fuck. Jesus. We have a copy of International Superstar Soccer. I think this is a factory sealed copy. Man. Okay, this I completely forgot I owned. Yeah, this is factory sealed. That's crazy. English copy. We just have that hanging out in a random box beside 1993 opened Marvel cards. That is disgusting, man. That is insane. 2 copies of Pokemon Red or Blue manuals in there. Some more open Marvel cards. Complete in-box copy of Dragon Quest. I think I bought this, and Dragon Quest 2 should be in here too as well, I think. Yeah, here it is. Here's Dragon Quest 2 as well. I bought both of these when I was first getting into Japanese video game collecting. So I was just grabbing CIBs. I think they were 20, 30 bucks each maybe. And that's all they're worth, right? I just need to find, someone who will pay me 10, 20 bucks for them. But again, it's really not worth shipping these things, especially from Canada, where there just isn't enough value in it, right? This is neat as well, Dragon Warrior Monsters 2 guide. I do like Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest. You guys know that. I like that stuff. An absolutely beat cartridge here of War 2410. My gosh. The reason I own this is an old Nintendo age hidden gem, man. This was one of those buy this up before this game becomes rare and valuable. I think this game is actually less valuable than it was like 10 years ago now, but I still own this awful condition copy because like when stuff is in really bad shape, I don't even want to sell it. You know what I mean? I worry about issues. I worry about returns. Oh, here's a box for Vigilante 8. That's nice. I bought this not that long ago. I was going to complete my CIB, I think, with this really nice box and manual, but then I got a sealed copy. But then for, you know, I just never dealt with that one. There's a factory sealed something here. A factory sealed copy of, oh god, this is the, this is like the pre-release, right? Reserve now for your exclusive item, rating pending. Promo pre-release copy of Uncharted 2 here, factory sealed. Kind of neat, I think. I don't... A game for the Aladdin deck enhancer. This is one of those 4 Quattro games. Like that is junk of the junk, man. I think these are PAL. Yeah, European Game Boy Advance games. I don't know where, when, or why I own these. I think this Asterix game actually might have value. It's a European exclusive. I don't frickin' know, man. Hey, there's the copy of Conkers I was talking about. Yeah, there's a very nice CIB Conkers. That's good stuff. That's nice. I like that. And here's a box only for World Cup 98. So it really is it's a mishmash of stuff here where getting $15,000, if we're talking about like really good Genesis stuff, right? If we're talking about the Conker's Bad Fur Days of the world, we're getting to $15,000 really quick. But once you get to the other junk here, what is this? A bag of Xbox games. Once you get to this other junk, a lot of this stuff, if we can just get like 50 to 100 bucks, that's awesome. Because I'm pretty sure all of these Xbox games here are junk, are garbage, right? Those are all sports titles there. Curious George is here. Cat in the Hat. 13 is kind of neat, I guess, if you care about that stuff. Narc, chess, sports games again. Enter the Matrix. This game here, the NBA 2 Night, I think that's Tracy McGrady on the cover. This game is kind of uncommon. Some of you guys, full Xbox guys, you might remember when NBA 2 Night was like, people were chasing this. This was an uncommon, it might still be uncommon. Maybe it's worth 10 bucks, I don't know. This was one of the more rare Xbox sports games. So, for whatever that's worth, right? We got World Championship Poker and World Championship Poker 2, the sequel. That's crazy. Spider-Man. That's GameCube. Guess there's some GameCube in here too. Enter the Matrix, Path of Neo. What's in here for GameCube? I don't see a game in here worth more than $10. Like maybe Mortal Kombat's worth $10, maybe Amped. I doubt it though. I feel like these are games on price charting where they're probably like $7, right? Dark Watch. These are really late GameCube sports titles, right? Like 06? These would have been released in 05. These are really late GameCube sports titles. I think they're still worthless, but Batman games are kind of cool. But you can see here, right? This is what? 30 games, maybe? 30 Xbox GameCube games? What's that whole bag worth? $50, maybe? Will someone even give me $50 locally? $40? Like, what am I getting for all that, right? I just need that gone. This is nuts. I remember I made that video a long time ago, getting rid of my NES collection. That was probably over a year ago now, right? Getting rid of all of my NES games, or most of the NES games I didn't want. I literally just missed this box of NES games. I mean, there's also some N64 here, right? I was doing some stuff with it, but like Kiwi Craze, Bungling Bay, Dungeon Magic, Lode Runner, Thunder Lightning, Golf Grand Slam. I don't want to own any of these. I don't want any of these. Maybe Mario Bros, right? We can probably keep this copy of Mario Bros right here. It's probably a hang tab. Yeah, a nice little hang tab CIB Mario Bros Arcade Classics. That's nice. We can keep that. But all of these other games were supposed to be sold. But again, because I have... So, oh my god, man. Look at that shot. That is intimidating. It looks like I'm going to go swimming through an absolute storage. That is gross. But because I have so much stuff, this box here literally just was forgotten. It was lost in the stuff. What is this? A complete in-box copy of Japanese Skyward Sword? Great. That's really nice there. Real nice. That's fantastic. Clue Land with no box lid. Oh, and Canadian. Jesus. Canadian Clue Land there, hey? So, when I found this box, it was just sitting at the bottom of a pile. I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I screwed this up, and I kept these N60 or these NES games. I can't believe I still own these. That was really, again, right? I guess like a reality check. It's just like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. This is good. It's like factory sealed N64 games here. This is good stuff. I'm not going to be getting rid of like really good stuff here as we go. I really am going to try and focus on getting rid of, this is a box of Japanese stuff here. I need to filter through this way more. That's not even what I'm focusing on yet. Japanese stuff, I have my own issue, but, my goal is like, you know, you can look at all this stuff. If we get rid of the factory sealed N64, like don't include those, don't include the black box, don't include like 1 or 2 games in here. Most of this stuff here on the floor, and this is taking up like a good chunk of the room right here. This is like what? $200 worth of stuff, maybe. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of junk here that has very low value. And you can look at my shelf now, right? When I first showed you it, if we can just get rid of this stuff here for wave 1, that's not so bad, you know? That's not bad. That's going to be like 200 games gone, and we'll be in decent shape here. But hopefully this shows you guys where we're at, what we're doing here. This is why I am doing what I'm doing. The goal is to sell all of this, so much of this stuff as well. There's graded games. Dragon Ball Z collection is over there. There's Super Nintendo in here. There's more boxes over here. Game Boy Advance, I think. I don't even... Game Gear, I think, is in these ones. This is a process. This is going to take time, man. This is going to take a lot of time. We're looking for $15,000. Mission Mario, Episode 1. Hopefully this helps contextualize why I feel shame, why I'm embarrassed about where this is at. But make sure to leave comments down below. Let me know where your own collection has gotten to. Give me some support, whatever you want to do. Say thank you to all the patrons who help support this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.